As soon as I would prepare a flying change, she was just dumping and running,
Yeah.
and I just thought the cannon has got to
So
be
here's
running.
another little anecdote.
Okay.
Gwen Blake called me up and asked me to come help her with a horse. And it took a long time for her to ask for my help, you know, and I don't blame her, you know. And the only reason she did is because it was a Spanish horse. So she said, I know dressage, but you know Spanish horse. That's okay, I don't mind. We're good friends. So she said, this is the problem, the flying changes. He has piaffe, he has passage, he can do all these things, but the flying changes. That he roots the reins out of her hand and bolts, and he's always late across the board. She just took a lesson with Stefan Peters, and he said, put him in the double bridle. He's got to know that he's not allowed to do that. And I said, but Gwen, it's not a behavior problem. It's a balance problem.
That's great.
So I had her do a walk pirouette in counted walk. Now that's not even a term we hear any dressage people ever use, but it is very slow. It's slower than a collected walk, and not as expressive as a school walk, but it's a very short, slow walk, and it's what diagonalizes the walk.
Okay.
So we come into a 2-beat walk that's diagonal
Okay.
instead of a 2-beat lateral walk.
Oh, interesting.
It's an important, so this is a natural thing in the biomechanics of the walk. The longer the walk, the flatter the croup, the more lateral the walk becomes.
Okay.
That's natural. So when we extend the walk, it becomes more lateral. When we collect the walk, it ought to become more diagonal. That's the natural. Okay. So anyway, I had her do a walk pirouette in counted walk. So very slow, 1 step at a time, and raise his neck up and give the reins and canter 3 strides and ask for a flying change. And she picked him up. He just lifted off like a helicopter into the canter. She cantered 3 strides and did a flying change, and he never moved. He just changed perfectly clean. 3 strides, she did another one. 3 strides, she did another one. And she said, what? And she started screaming and saying, I can't believe it. And I said, now do you understand the use of the neck, you know? And that pulling him into a round, because this horse, she came into the arena, took 2 people to hold on to him, to keep him standing still. She got on and whoosh out into the arena at a big trot, go, 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 with his head way down here. So, you know, there's too much, again, even with the greats like Stefan Peters. He can train a highly athletic, well-bred horse. And Stefan is a brilliant rider. I don't want to take anything away from him.
Yeah.
But this is something Stefan doesn't understand about the need for, not every horse can fit the bill that those, you know, and Spanish and Portuguese horses are not as strong as warm bloods. They don't have as much muscle, and we have to, and their balance is much more precarious.
Interesting, really. Okay.
Yes, and that's why so they can shift their weight onto their haunches very quickly, okay? Yeah. But guess what? They fall forward onto their forehand just as quickly, okay? So they're more like riding a unicycle than a bicycle.
Oh, okay. That's good to know.
So, and this is why they're so good at bullfighting, that they can move sideways in a split second and backwards and spin in front of that bull, but only if we have that ability to put them in an unstable balance and then build their muscles in that balance. So if we take a Spanish or Portuguese horse and we try to ride it in the way that most people ride warm bloods today, which is driving them forward in a low frame, we ruin their gaits and they do not get strong. Okay. So don't let anyone make you over flex your Portuguese horse. Okay. He'll be more damaged even than a warm blood.
Interesting. Okay.
Okay? Always.